Hey, peace, y'all. So check it out. What I wanted to do is do a video just talking about the power of words and how magical life is. I'm no guru. I ain't been preaching this or practicing this forever, but I've known about the power of words and, just letting go, not really forcing anything, but just having faith. As of recently, you know, I was involved into a project that is Grammy nominated. And it's wild how it came about in 2023. I don't know where it even came from. But I was like, how do you get a Grammy? Like, I know there's people that's not necessarily on top 40s or whatever, top Billboard 100 that win these awards. So I'm like, man, how do I, still be underground and no light at the end of the tunnel and like just being a superstar? Anything is possible in any given period of time. But like, how do I start really put myself in position to, win a Grammy? So what I did is, I looked up some the Recording Academy stuff, and I tried to get hooked up through them, but I don't know, for some reason that was a little uphill battle, or had some like I couldn't get brought into the Recording Academy. I think somebody has to like usher you in or refer you. So I kind of gave up on that a bit. But what I did also research is that when does a song have to be, released? What are the stipulations for every song that's eligible for a Grammy the following Grammy season? So it was about 2023, and I was like, you know what? I had a lot of songs to drop, and there's been a lot of reasons why I haven't been dropping a lot of music. I want to put it on projects, but at that particular time, I was like, you know what? I got some songs I really like. I'm going to wait until, it could be eligible for a Grammy, because, these songs are good enough. If I can get the word out about them, that, I think they're, like, people will love them. Like, I think that they are relatable and just great vibes, and I think that they can take off on their own, organically. I think it was about September 17th. That's the 16th or the 17th, and that was the first day that you could be considered for a Grammy if you release anything after that. But even earlier that year, I don't know what happened, but I just started, like, I had one account, and I had put, like, the login as Grammy 2025. And so from all that year, from just typing that login daily, or I don't know, daily, weekly, monthly, whenever I had to put that in, it's like I had to consistently like put that into words. I had to subconsciously, think about that. And I was putting it out there, but I wasn't forcing it, but I was consistently affirming, hey, Grammy this year. It was already too late for 2024. I put out my song in September after the date, and that song, like, I pushed it a bit, but it really didn't go it didn't go far. Still a dope song. That was the song OGK. Even the Lion season had already even started, but I held on to that song because I was like, you know what, I wanted to wait until, Grammy season to release it. So anywho, put that song out. Really nothing happened, but kept putting down my login, Grammy 2025. Next thing I know, in February, one of my buddies hit me up, asked me to be on their album, and they was Grammy nominated just prior. So I was like, oh wow, that's dope. Well, first and foremost, my homie's like dope. I have some amazing like buddies that are great in music, poetry, and she does poetry. So she asked me to, be a part of the project. Let's, maybe feature on a song. It ended up being, a song where I ended up like producing it, writing, my part. She did her parts. I got a chance to mix it. Went with my mix for it. Like I said, and I was able to feature on it. So it was just a wild experience to be able to be on like a project with somebody Grammy nominated. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking like, wow, this is getting pretty close, because I know, she was, nominated before. And come to find out, like 2 days ago, that project was nominated for a Grammy. And the wild thing about it is, I just been writing it, like, and I've been even thinking, I've heard about the power of words and being careful in what you're saying. And, and it takes a long time to work on yourself, because even when you know something, it's not necessarily the knowledge of it, but it's the application of it and really truly believing in it. Sometimes you gotta fake certain things till you make it, but other times it's like when you really give your full self to it and allow it to work for you, allow the magic to work for you without any negative thinking or any sabotaging. I'm really starting to see that life is really, really beautiful. But it's crazy because earlier that day, let me see if I got my phone. Earlier that day, before they even announced the Grammy winners, I was reading a Bible verse. Like, I read my Bible verse every day. And at least on the Bible app, I don't know if y'all got the Bible app, but I got the Bible app, and they give you a scripture every day. But then once you go through the whole day's resources, it gives you like a prayer and things to, like, scriptures, another scripture to read, and then I want you to meditate on it and speak on that. And the scripture that popped up Friday morning, this is before they announced the Grammy nominations, was John 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. Like I said, after it gives you a scripture, it has you to reflect on that, and it kind of makes you like speak on, even if you just to yourself or whatever, but just meditate on like what that verse means to you. And it meant a lot. Besides, like, just saying, like, man, God is just so powerful and great, and I'm made in the likeness to make the person, the entity that made all these beautiful things around me. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that I see that wasn't touched or created by God. But the other thing that I was thinking, and I'm like, and I'm made in that likeness, like I'm supposed to be made in that image. So what beautiful can I make? But also what I got was, like, in the beginning was the Word. Like, all things start with words, and words are powerful. Like, it's before anything was made, it was the Word, and God was the Word. And it's like me writing that down for, effortlessly accepting it, not knowing how. God is powerful, because when they say, like, gotta make a way out of no way, open doors that no man can close doors no man can open, like, that's undone, because it had nothing to do with me. It was literally just me, maximizing my blessing, my talent that God gave me, approaching it every day with the best of intentions, just to become better, and express myself better and get my message out to the world, and really just maximize the anointment that God gave me. But other than that, I was just, making music by myself. Somebody reached out to me, and I would have never had this opportunity. It was something that God sent to me, but it was words that I put out there and words that I believed in, and I didn't sabotage and I didn't give it any negativity. I just kept on, kept that as my login for the past like year and a half. And now, out the blue, like, shout out to my homegirl Queen Sheba, an amazing poet. She has a project in which, it can bless a lot of people, me included. Her being well deserving, because, she's been at it for a long time, as with all of us, but like, she's been doing a lot of groundwork, but, can really like change a lot of people's lives, or at least, it'll just feel good. I don't know too many people that's Grammy nominated, or projects, people that's been a part of projects that's Grammy nominated. And it's just a big W, just even being here, But yeah, I just wanted to touch y'all on the power of words, and just being cognizant of what you say, and have fun with life. Like, who knows if it's real or not. Maybe it's a big coinky dink, who knows. But I don't know, man. I feel like from that being in the Bible to you look at all the great philosophers, it's like everybody always says the same thing. And it's, even if it has a 50-50 chance, it's better to, hope the shot goes in and put it up there, because if you don't take the shot at all, then you have no chance of, a shot going in. So it's like, when it comes to believing in your words and making sure that you're saying the right things and positive things and affirming statements, and man, why stress yourself out and not believing? Like, it feels good to have childlike faith and creativity to put something out in the universe and just have belief. You know what I mean? It just feels better that way. And if it doesn't happen for you, it's not meant for you, and it's something better. Like, you always got to believe that. And I've been really on the just vibe of just how insane it is just to be alive right now. Like, the chances of not being alive is absolutely crazy. Like, from the amount of sperm that tries to enter into an egg and you made it, you know, to being your mom being fertilized, to the pregnancy process going right, to all the crazy things that happen in the world that, you know, you could have did dumb and died from, or somebody else could have did, and you know, you could have just been a casualty from somebody else's mistakes or stupidity or whatever, you know, or natural disasters that occurred, and families and cultures that's been wiped out completely. Like, you're here for a reason. You're here right now, so you might as well like make the most of it, enjoy it. You know, just like myself, like approach my past code and everything, even the song with no expectation, just enjoying it, having fun. You know, making sure if I'm doing anything, I'm hoping for the best and putting the most positivity out there. But you know, making the music like I made the song just to make the best music, something to feel good. Like approach life like that. You know, like I said, it just makes it feel better, it makes it feel more fun. It's more inspiring as well, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all this little story.